Right, here I am, back at GL Cars. Yeah, GL Cars, GL Bikes, GL Campers. Look at them, hundreds. I'm going out on this as a potential winter bike. Look at it, Yamaha Diversion 600 F. Yeah, absolutely marvellous. A cracking looking bike. And of course, the staple diet for commuters and... oh, listen to that. Oh, marvellous. Right, let's get going. Oh, adjust the mirrors. Yeah, for a staple diet for commuters, dispatch riders and everybody. Nice 4-cylinder sound. This one has got a Black Widow exhaust on, and would I take it off? I think I probably would. But what I'll do is I'll bring you back at the walk round when we can talk about the specs and just have a general look at it. Yeah. Right, here we have it. I mean, $3.5 grand. Probably get a deal on it. Maybe if you get it for 3. It's a 2012 Yamaha Diversion F 600. From what I can see, in pretty damn good condition. I would change the front tyre. That's looking a bit squared off, I think. Maybe. Plenty of tread on it, just a little bit squared off. But pretty decent. In black. Sexy colour, of course. Pretty comfy. Obviously, it was a great success at the time. And it wouldn't have been if it had been uncomfortable, would it? About, is it 77 brake horsepower? Something like that. And a similar amount of torque, a little bit less, I think. Something like that. Sounds wonderful. But I would change that can. It's just too loud for me. But that you're talking about 100 quid, something like that, to just change it for a quieter pipe. Don't know if it's got the baffling. It has got the baffling. So there you go. Not even 9,000 miles yet. Seat height, I don't know, about 8'10", something like that, and that's just a complete guess. The mirrors, dead easy to see out of. Plenty of room for a passenger. There's loads of luggage you can get to put on them. And it goes like a new bike. It really does. That engine's as sweet as a nut. I mean, they'll do colossal mileage. But of course, it does have twin discs on the front. And it does have ABS, but there is no traction control. The chain looks like new. Gearbox sweet as a nut. I mean, you know this bike. It's no wonder it was such a great success. And maybe I should go and try some more Yamahas, because if the new ones are as good as this, who knows? As far as a winter bike or just a general bike, I think you couldn't go far wrong with something like this. Dead easy to clean. Everything is black on it. Headlamps will be perfect. I know that. I mean, I can look at it. Yeah, it's not LED, but I'm not in favour of LED, to be honest. It looks like, has that had a tail tidy on? I don't know. It may have done. That could be standard. I don't know. That's about it. There's not a lot there to really say about it. It's just a bloody damn good bike. And less than the price of a new Bullet. Yeah, it's just incredible, isn't it? Let's get back on and see how it fares with the senses test. Right, here we are, back on board. Oh, quick look at the dash, because I didn't mention it. Fairly conventional for its period. This is a 13-year-old bike. Rev counter there, digital speedo and odometer and trip and stuff, and a clock. Bog standard switch gear. Yeah, let's get off and see how it fares with the senses. Oh, I do like that sound. And for a change, we'll get this way. Nip in front of that car. Oh, look at that truck. Marvellous. Oh no. That's a mistake, isn't it? Freshly gravelled. Never mind. Yeah, Taste, that's where we are. Just watching for the gravel. This has got to be a blackjack. Yeah, small, aniseedy, licoricey, chewy, very pleasurable. I do like blackjacks. You're either a blackjack person or a fruit salad person. And for me, I'm a blackjack person. Then smell. Well, this is 13 years old, as I say, but no smell of oil, water, petrol, nothing. In fact, it actually smells quite divine, probably because it's all clean and polished and stuff. Is that car really going down there? Yeah, he is. Up to the legal limit, no trouble at all. I'm not getting a huge amount of buffeting off this. The wind's sort of there, but then there's absolutely nothing right up to, yeah, absolutely marvellous. Oh, what does it look like? Looks like a sports tourer commuter type bike, doesn't it, of its period, and in fact of the period since, I don't know, since the 90s, I would say. And it's a shame they don't make stuff like this now, really. It's sort of the budget end, isn't it? And it doesn't feel budget. There's nothing feels budget about this. It doesn't feel 13 years old. I mean, I'm really impressed with it. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. I reckon you could do a lot of things on it. And on the A14 it's not going to be a problem. It's not going to be a problem down here. What next? Well, to touch and feel. Like I say, this is 13 years old and it's not any different from when it came out of the factory, which tells me that it's got to be pretty damn good quality. If you do come and buy it, by the way, we've just slipped onto 9,000 miles, well, over 9,000 miles now. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing cheap about it, considering it was relatively a budget bike at the time. There is nothing budget about it, other than its price now as a used bike. Then what we're on to? We're on to sound, of course. Well, that depends on your point of view. I mean, as a sports bike, it sounds marvellous. As a commuter, it's probably a bit loud. Be handy in traffic, let everybody know that you're coming and you're there. handling, it's at today's standards. It's 13 years old. It's got conventional forks on, non-adjustable or anything, but it just handles absolutely fine. An ideal if you're new to biking. Well, you couldn't ride it if you're new to biking, but it is a cracking bike. It really is. And that sound is wonderful if you're into sports bike. If you want something quieter, you're gonna have to put a quieter pipe on it, which wouldn't be difficult or expensive. I mean, you could probably find the standard pipe and put that back on it if you wanted, but it runs as sweet as a nut. I'll bring you back in a little while and we can talk about how does it make me feel. Right, yeah, but to finish, how does it make me feel? Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. This would seriously do me as a winter bike. £3,000, 3,500. You'd probably get it for £3,000. It makes me feel exceedingly happy. It's going to be fairly thrifty on the gas, and I'm not going to be that fussed about it at that price point. Would I buy one of these brand new if they were making them now? I probably would. It's such a fun bike to ride and it sounds amazing. It doesn't have the torque and punch of like the Suzuki or the Character, but it is a pretty damn good bike, a great all-rounder. Let's get down here, we've got gravel again. Does it bother me not having traction control? Not really. Having traction control, does it make you perhaps overconfident? I don't know. I just ride the same anyway. I ride like I rode when in the 80s, even before we had ABS and stuff. It does feel like it needs another gear, but I think that's just because it's a 4-cylinder and it needs to be revved. As you can see, I'm tickling the revs. It doesn't redline till 12,000. I've been nowhere near that. But what a cracking bike. Here we are, back at GL anyway. Bikes, campers, cars and classics. Yeah, I forgot about the classics. Yeah, sometimes they get some marvellous cars in here. Yeah. Long drive that's relatively smooth. And talking about smooth, the suspension on this is just perfect for the Suffolk roads. It deals with it really, really well. You'd probably find the bottom of it if you were racing it. But here we are. Doesn't it sound just wonderful? Let me get it just parked here, and we can stop and have a look at it one last time. Into neutral, side stand down, and of course I forgot to mention, it does come with a centre stand. Yeah. Well, there you go, look at that. Isn't that a cracking looking bike for £3,500? Yeah. Here at GL Bikes. Got Ellen all sorts. Ta-ta.